Hello, I'm Erin Halvorsen with Rag Rugs by Erin, and if this is your first video, I just want to tell you I make all kinds of rag rugs. What we're going to be addressing today is actually shoulder pain and back pain that some of you might be experiencing. I might have some suggestions that could alleviate that problem for you. But if it is your first video, here's like one of the rugs that I've made and that you have a free video on my website or on YouTube, and this is Run a Rag Rug with a spin. And then this is a 2-ply rug. It's just an oval and it's a 2-ply, and I have a video on this as well. If you go to my website, they're still all free. You just click on the blue link and view it as many times as you want. You don't have to log in. I don't even know you're there, but it is more organized there on my website than YouTube allows me to do. So let's get right into why you might be having shoulder pain. It could be something else, and I'm not a doctor. But with teaching classes and dealing with enough people, I run across a lot of different things, and they're repeatedly, I see them. So I've kind of put some things together that I thought would make things more comfortable. Well, they do make things more comfortable because I made some suggestions to a couple people and they said, wow, that made a big difference. So let me share them with you. When you're making sheet yarn and you're ripping your sheet yarn, I'm finding that people are overextending. And so I'm going to show you what I mean by overextending and what I mean that another way for you to deal with that, so you can still make sheet yarn and don't be quite so enthusiastic and still get the job done. But the two other things that I want to talk about that don't involve the sheet yarn is you need to remember it's a rag rug. So some of you are really stressed out. I get these emails and you're looking for perfection, and hence the name rag rug. It's a rag rug. Relax, enjoy yourself, and just, you know, be comfortable and do it relaxed. Some of you are so this way, and I watch it in classes, and it's part of your temperament. You're doing this, and you're doing it so tight and whatnot, and clenching up. And you do that for any length of time, you're going to be adding some pain to your body. So you need to try to relax when you're doing that. Another thing is, I'm not really pumping my hooks, but if you don't use a big enough hook when you're doing it, and you're trying to jam it in, I have had to go, like I've started a rug with like maybe a 12, which is a great, I love this hook, I love this size. But then, yeah, I got too big of sheet yarn and I started getting around 2 inches, and you can still make a rug with a 12 with a 2 inches, but you're a lot of times stressing to push in and out, and there's not enough give in between the stitches. So if you moved up to maybe a 16, which is a Q, which is the most popular size, something like that. So make sure that you're using a big enough hook. If you're using denim, make sure you're using a minimum of a 22 hook with only 1-inch strips. Those are things that will help as well. Now I've lost my train of thought with the other part that I was going to say, so I'm human just like you, and I'm really not going to want to stop there. So we're going to move on to the sheet yarn part of it and show you how not to be making sheet yarn. I have several friends. I'm a pretty tall person. I'm 5'8". I'm a bigger person, and so my reach is farther and extensive compared to some people that are smaller. And this is how I see people making sheet yarn. They want to be, you know, they start their sheet yarn, and by the way, I have several videos on sheet yarn. I have a whole playlist on sheet yarn and different techniques. But they want to make sheet yarn and they're ripping it. So what they do, they stand up because they want to get it done. They want to make it as fast as possible. And they start doing this. They're ripping this stuff and they're going crazy. And they're doing this, and I'm watching them, and they're going over and over and over. Okay, let me get the next one. And they get so enthusiastic about it, or they just want to get it done as quick as possible. So I'm just going to cut the other way because I cut the trim off. So they're doing this. Okay, now I'm going to show you a better way, I think, to do this. If I am doing it, if I'm sitting ripping sheet yarn and I'm watching TV or I'm making my own rug, this is how I do it, and I avoid the pain. Can you see how the repetition of this is not going to be near as challenging to your body? It seems like a trivial thing, but if you've got that pain going on, it's not trivial. It's hurting your creativity. It's hurting your chance to enjoy making your rugs. So just give a little pulse. If you're Superwoman and you're going to the gym and doing all kinds of things like that and it's working for you, that's fine. But if you're experiencing that pain, I suggest you make smaller pulls on that. Okay? And actually, when I was talking about the hooks, I was talking about both the things. One is just being too tight and not relaxing, and the other one is jamming them in and trying to go into a hole that it doesn't exist because you've made them too tight. So there you have it. It's very simple. It's not very technical, and it may not cure your problem, but I have seen it over and over again and made that advice to someone, several people, and when they changed their technique, they were surprised how much more comfortable they were. So if that's your problem, then make sure that you maybe take those things to heart. Also, if you're having problems with your hand, wrist, or forearm, it might mean changing hooks and going to a longer one like the Type I design. One also that has a little bit bigger handle on there so it's more comfortable for you. Okay, well, you have a good day and subscribe.